Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School, home of the Panthers, where tonight it is once again boys Section 1 AAA volleyball. Tonight the Panthers host the Vikings from Pittsburgh Central Catholic High School. Well, both teams squarely so far here early in the season, right in the middle of the pack. The Panthers with a 1-1 section record. So far, Central Catholic in at 1-2. It'll be Central Catholic in the yellow, the gold jerseys, playing right to left as we start. The Panthers in the home gray and white. New jerseys this year. Second time we've seen them here at home. Allen Stott with a terrific dig to start things off, and another two in back-to-back. Joust at the net. Won by the Panthers, but no point. Over it goes Allen Stott, again involved. On the near side, and the opening kill of the night is by junior outside hitter Bryce Cook. And the Panthers open up the scoring with an early 1-0 lead. As you all know from seeing these telecasts, the scoring is rally scoring. There's a point scored on every serve. It's a best-of-5 match consisting of 5 sets. A set goes to 25 points. You have to win it by 2. And the first one of 3 of those takes the match. That lands in. It was a pretty good strike by Garrett O'Grady, number 21, that outside hitter, but it went right into the Central Catholic block and down to the St. Clair side. And so far here, reloading the match, we're all even up at 1 apiece. Significant because today is April 1st. Nolan Condrich that time, the sophomore outside hitter, with a nice look at it, but it walloped that one into the net. Vikings have a 2-1 lead now. Jump serve. Oh, my goodness. He's been in the weight room a while. We'll get the lineup straight here in a minute. That's number 3, Mark Koski, with that terrific jump serve. That service error. And the point and the side out go to the Panthers. Nice driving serve that time. We're up, and it goes over back to the right side into the St. Clair block. Playable. Vikings bring it. Yes, they do bring it back. Number 29 is Alex Boone wearing the libero jersey tonight. Double hit call. Billy Smith had his body turned. He's the setter tonight. All offensive plays will go through him, but that time, in twisting his body, he put too much spin on that second touch. That's a violation. Ball goes over to it goes over to the Vikings, and the point. Number 42, Alex Skiba, up now with a Central Catholic serve. That one goes, lands just in. Oh my goodness, a service ace. Just inside the far sideline. Alex is a senior. He's a setter and a pretty good server. 4-2, Central Catholic lead. On net violation that time. Well, it was a pretty good attack by Nolan Condrich, but it didn't matter. Somebody, I wasn't watching who, from Central Catholic got into the net. You're not allowed to touch that net. It's a violation, dead ball, point for the other team. That's exactly what happened. Panthers only trail by 1, 4-3 to the far side and tapped over. Oh my goodness, nicely done by the Vikings. But Brad Kolditz putting that away. It lands in. Brad Kolditz, you'll hear that name a lot tonight. He's the primary go-to guy for kills and gets a lot of them. Just touched over at the net. The double hit. Well, they may be calling them tight tonight. Another double hit called. This time it works out in the Panthers' favor. 2 violations in a row. Panthers have the back-to-back points and a 5-4 lead. Touched over, nicely covered by Brad Kolditz. Billy Smith on the second touch. Over it goes. And Billy Smith, the setter, doesn't often get the point or the kill. And Billy Smith gets his first of the night. 6-4. Panthers grab the lead. From the near side. That does send it right into the block, though. Billy Smith goes backwards a bit. Eric Lehman, number 11. And yes, 4 hits did not make it over. So Central Catholic is the happy beneficiaries of a mishit just then. And there's number 23, Sean Folan, a junior with the Viking serve to the far side. Oh, Brad Kolditz, my goodness. Whistling one right down the line and off a Central Catholic leg and out of bounds. Brad Kolditz 2 kills tonight so far. And it's Billy Smith with the serve. Nice, easy serve it is. Over the overpass and tucked back down over the net by Brad Kolditz. You got to watch that overpass. That first bump is supposed to go to your own front line. That one went right to the net and gave the Panthers a chance to stuff it home, which they did. And the lead is now 3 at 8-5. Off the block and down. Number 11 is Nathan Binsel. Nathan's a junior outside hitter for the Vikings. They get one back at 8-6, and it is Binsel back for the Viking serve. Little hop serve, dragged off the floor nicely. From the back row. Back set to the right side, Brad Kolditz again. This time off the hands of number 15, Stephen Prosser. Brad Kolditz 4 kills already in this first set, and he gets the serve. Panthers lead by 3, 9-6, still first set. Jump serve coming up, and it goes just long. Well, what Brad wants to do is just dump that thing right on the back line. It went a little bit long. And the service error gives the side out and point to Central Catholic. Alex Boone with the serve. Oh, man, just tucked over. Well, you don't need a lot of power. But Garrett O'Grady tucking one over the front line for his first point tonight. Panthers keep that 10-7 lead. Trading points right now with the Vikings. That's A-OK for now. Alan Stott now, a defensive specialist and senior. Back for the serve. Oh, tucked over in the second try by Central Catholic, but that did not fool the Panthers. Bill Smith with the set and, tucked over, but right at a Viking defender. Looked like both players, Nolan Condors, I think, is going to be called for that net violation. Looked like both players were in the net, but the Panthers tagged with a violation. Vikings the happy beneficiaries. And it's number 5, Bill Boehner, with the Vikings serve and a lift called that time, like palm in a basketball. A little too much hand underneath the ball for too long a time. Back-to-back points brings the Vikings back within 1 now. Panthers still lead 10-9, and that is the second service ace for the Vikings, bringing them back even up now at 10-all. Still in the first set, still real early in the match. A lot of volleyball left to play. The service area, you see that all the time. The serving gods giveth, and the serving gods taketh away, and it evens itself out usually by the end of the night. Aces and errors offsetting each other. Well, here we go. Eric Lehman, sophomore. He's a setter when he's on the floor. From the left side, dug off the floor splendidly by Brad Kolditz. And tucked down by Bill Smith. Very nicely done, but that could not have happened without that tremendous Brad Kolditz dig. Panthers back-to-back points now in a 12-10 lead. Hammered, but way long by Ian McDonough. Ian is one of the seniors. He plays the middle for the Vikings. 13-10 now. Panthers got those 3 points right back. Quick set, and Eric Fisher got it off the floor, but he could not keep it in. It pooched right over into the St. Clair bench. Side out, point, Vikings. Mark Koski, Jr. with the serve, and there's another error. Well, folks hitting them long, hitting them short. 2 errors and 2 aces for Central Catholic, and 1 error so far for the Panthers. Nice hard driving serve, barely over the net. And from the right side, off the St. Clair block, number 23, Sean Folan, with the kill for Central Catholic. Alex Skiba now Jump serve. Oh, my. Shortish guy with a jump serve unfortunately goes into the net. But you got to admire that. Getting off the floor with the big serve. Nolan Kondrich. Oh, the quick set and down. That was Bill Boehner taking care of that for Central Catholic. Side out, point, and the teams keep trading these things. Panthers have not had a lead bigger than 3, and Central Catholic has not had a lead bigger than 2 so far in this first set. 15-13 Panthers. Bill Smith to the far side. Oh, my goodness, Brad Colditz, but it comes right back. What a return by the Vikings. Oh, too bad a set that just goes way wide into the out of the bounds to the near side. Point Panthers. Eric Lehman, number 11, goes out. Bryce Cook, the junior hitter, comes right back in. Bill Smith with the serve. Over it goes, and a double hit called. Well, it's kind of a nice recovery by Central Catholic middle, but a double hit's the call. Violation, point Panthers. Now the largest lead of the night so far. It's 17-13. Billy Smith again with a serve. Short set from the back middle, but hammered into the net. Pretty good set. Had a good look at it, but now the lead is 5 for the Panthers at 18-13. Short set. Oh, my. Nicely returned. Picked up out of there and hammered right into the Central Catholic block. The Bill Smith set to the near side. Right at the defense. And into the net it goes. Well, Bryce Cook had a good look at it. Brad Colditz on the far side, but it was right at the defenders. It ends up the Panthers' way, and a nice 6-point lead at 19-13. Exactly where the Panthers want to be. You get to 20, you want to have a nice cushion, and that's exactly what the Panthers have at 6 points so far. Brad Colditz doing the most damage for the Panthers with 4 kills tonight. The setter, Bill Smith, has 2. Unusual for the setter, but hey, it works. We'll take it. Bryce Cook, the junior number 12, has 1, and Garrett O'Grady, senior outside hitter number 21, he's got 1. No aces, no service aces yet to speak of. But the Panthers, off a couple of early season games here last week at this time in our gym, the Panthers took Peters Township to 5 sets. Winning in the final set 15-13, and the Panthers unfortunately took it on the chin last night at Bethel Park. Bethel has quite a team. They were 5th ranked in Whippeal AAA here, and they will be at our gym in a week or so. So the Panthers with a 1-1 section record so far, and Bill Smith comes up a bit short. I mean, with a serve. Sorry, Bill. Point and side out to Central Catholic. Nathan Binsel with a little hop serve. Alan Stott pooches it up. The back set, and Brad Colditz finishing things off. Putting that away. That point is history. And now the Panthers with a nice cushy 6-point lead here at 20-14. The set goes to 25. You have to win it by 2. Oh, a terrific. That is exactly what a jump serve is supposed to do. It goes over the net and with a vicious topspin just dies in front of the back line, and it's an ace for Brad Colditz. And that time, those serving gods again, I talked about them already, they even out. They give, they take away, and the Panthers have given up the serve, and it goes over to the Vikings, where the libero, number 29, Alex Boone, a junior, over the top. Bill Smith with this back set here, the near side at the net. Oh, and stuffed back down, but still alive. Another double hit call. My goodness. The officials are calling these things tight. Sometimes they allow it. What the double hit is, the second touch, the set, is allowed to put 2 hands on it. But you have to hit the ball at the same time and not impart a spin on it. One of those 2 things usually results in the double hit violation, and visually the official can see it with the spin. I know it's hard for you to see on the TV screen, but in this case the top official can also hear it if it's 2 hands hitting it at different times. In any case, There's been several of those calls tonight, as well as a bunch of net violations. So that's why offense-wise, the Panthers have 22 points, but only 9 of them have come on kills and 1 ace. So 10 out of the 22 have been an offensive pressure. The others have come on mistakes of some kind. That timeout was called by Central Catholic. They have used their 2. You get 2 timeouts per set per team. Central Catholic has used theirs. Panthers lead by 7, 22-15. Allen Stott, nice and easy serve over the top. From the back row, will be no power. Stott again. Billy Smith with a quick set. And off the block, will it come back? It does. It's still in play. Smith again, back set. And hammered, but out of bounds. Bryce Cook was trying to whistle that thing down the sideline. Came just outside to the near side. Side out. And point. Vikings. Line drive serve. Handled nicely. And right back off the Central Catholic block. Over the top by Brad Kolditz. From the left side. Oh, my goodness. Kolditz took it right in the gut and lofts it right back over the net. They are targeting him on these attacks, Central Catholic is. And the Nolan Kondrich block takes care of that. First block for a point tonight. Nolan Kondrich gets it. Eric Lehman checks in, number 11. Bryce Cook, that sub's been going on all night. Panthers now with a 7-point lead at 23-16, needing 2 now to close out set number 1. Well, Ian McDonough for Central Catholic intended to stuff that thing over the net and down in front of the St. Clair block. He stuffed it on his own side. So the Panthers now with 8 set points in hand. Substitution number 13 hits the floor. Stephen Fowl, first time we've seen him. Nathan Binsel comes out. And it's Eric Fisher with the serve to try to finish off this first set. And he does. Fooling the back line. Eric Lehman. I think I said Fisher. Lehman with the ace. And that finishes off set number 1. It's in the books, everybody. Stay with us. We'll be right back for the second set. Welcome back, everybody. We have returned to bring you the second set of tonight's match. It is still Wednesday night, April 1st. I'm still Kevin McGahey behind the microphone, and it's Pat DeMarco doing the camera work for you tonight. As that is Central Catholic, the Vikings down there in the gold jerseys, playing now left to right in this second set. Panthers took the first. And, oh, my goodness. Just touched over. That's Sean Folan, a junior. Not needing any power at all on it, just lofting it over the front line. And the Vikings open up the scoring in set 2, and they give it right back on a service error. That's okay. If it's an error now, it'll be an ace in a few minutes. The surfing gods make sure that happens. Over the top, number 4 is Tanner Alazen. Off the St. Clair block, out of bounds, and that point belongs to the Central Catholic Vikings. A lot of new faces. I'll call them out as we get around the rotation here. But Coach Ficcarelli's been doing this all season long. Is coming in with a new lineup in the second set, and giving everybody on the team some experience. Another jump serve over the top. Eric Lehman, and into the net it goes. I think that was Max DeYoung, number 15, a senior hitter. And it is number 42, that's Alex Skiba with the Central Catholic serve. There's a serving gods again. Headed way out of bounds. Panthers will take the service error and the point. Panthers trail 2-3 here in the second set. Panthers get the point off of Nolan Kondrich. Vikings unable to control that serve. Kondrich again at 3-all. Little backspin serve at the net. Over it goes and out of bounds. Bill Boehner played it pretty nicely, but it went over the net instead of staying on his own side. And the point belongs to the Panthers, where it'll be Nolan Condrich again. Off the net, and it's playable. It usually screws up the defense's timing, but it worked out fine this time. Condrich again. That's Robbie Mackey. Short. Oh, the set was too low. And over it goes. Nice and easy. Does it all the time. That is Frank Grigor, a senior outside hitter, with his first start tonight and first kill of the night. Backspin serve from Condrich again. He's got a run going. Over the top, nice pancake move attempt by, no, pancake move is where you put the palm of your hand on the floor. The ball is supposed to hit the back of your hand, bounce up and stay in play. It didn't quite, it rolled off the side of his hand, and it's a side out and point for Central Catholic. Robbie Mackey. And number 7, Dan King with that attack. Eric Lehman, and from the back row, number 16 is Jacob Basic. At the net, joust, won by Central Catholic. Nice attempt by Jacob, but he was not enough, that didn't have enough to quite keep that in play. We're all knotted up at 5-all. Sean Folan Jr. with nice over the head, over spin serve. Oh my goodness, that one is in. I thought that one was going to be trapped in the net. Off the block, Basic pops it up in the air. Dan King, but not enough power. Timing was a little bit off, and from the back row, overhand spin over the top at the net, dug out of the net. Yeah, lift was called. When those balls get in the net on your side, they are very tough to dig out and keep playable. That's what happened there. Side out. Point Central Catholic in a 6-5 Viking lead. And over the top and out of bounds. From the far side, that was Nathan Binsel, number 11. Dan King off the block and down. Dan King, the junior, with his first kill tonight. The Panthers grab the lead back at 7-6. Short set. Nice dig, but off the hands of Max DeYoung. Into the St. Clair bench, and we are all tied up again at 7. Nathan Binsel with a jump serve, hard driving attack. Robbie Mackey shoving the ball back to the other court. Left side, it's out. Oh, it lands. Yeah, I was looking at the linesman. Linesman called it out. The head official called it in. So that slicing attack falls just inside the near sideline. Point Vikings. Binsel again with a serve. And long it goes. Well, Central Catholic's got 7 servers there. I think most of them have gone long. They're trying to dump that serve on the back line. But right now we are all tied up at 8. And it's Dan King, number 7, with the Panthers serve. From the back row into the net. That won't do it. Sean Folan. Central Catholic Jr. gives it to us, and the Panthers with a 1-point lead again at 9-8. Dan King. Little floater of a serve. Short set, and down it goes off the hands of Stephen Prosser. Number 15 for the Vikings, and we're keep being tied up here, this time at 9. Prosser with the serve. Short set, lit this side. That was Tanner Olausen with it. Touched over on the second touch, and down it goes. Eric Lehman gets his first point. The Panthers can't seem to scrape together a run here. Still hanging in there with a lead. It's 10-9. But the Panthers could use a few now to put some distance between them and the Vikings. Little short serve Nicely done. Set to the far side. Into the St. Clair block and out of bounds. That'll be point Central Catholic. And here we go again. Trading points tied at 10. Nolan Condrich, number 22, the sophomore, off the Central Catholic block and out of bounds. His first kill tonight. 11-10 Panther lead. How about a run, guys? Eric Lehman the serve. Far side, off the block and down. Well, here we are trading points again. Dadgummit. Sean Folan that time for Central Catholic. Tied up at 11. Jump serve over the top, handled by the Panthers. I think they're going to call a lift on that. Yep. Eric Fisher, that bump was a little to his right toward the net. He tried to drag it back. Had a little too much hand on the ball. And Central Catholic, well, they give it up again with a short service error. 12 all. Panthers with the side out and the point. And Tanner Alhausen. Nice and easy serve from the back row. Back set and off the block and out of bounds. Max DeYoung with his first kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 players in the books with kills now. Brad Kolditz not on the floor now, leading everybody with 5. Tanner Alhausen with the serve. Off the blow, very nice recovery by Dan King. He gets it right back for the attack. Not quite enough on it. Far side, whistled down the court. My goodness. Nathan Binsel had a ton on that one, and here we are, all tied up at 13. Neither team can seem to find their way away from the grimy clutches of the other. Little jump serve, and it's handled by Rob Mackey. Max DeYoung off the block, but right to the Viking defense. Eric Lehman, the nice dig, and it'll be Dan King with the attempt. He pushes it over, but not with any power. Far side, touched over and down, just over the front line. Nicely done by Central Catholic to get the point and the 1-point lead at 14-13. Alex Skieb again with a serve and a short. 9 service errors now for Central Catholic, and we're tied up 14 all. From the near side, over the top, Robbie Mackey. The bump went a little too far. Dan King trying to control it and dump it over the net, but it went out of bounds instead. 15-14 Vikings. Sean Folan to serve, and a good one. Dan King finally makes one count. That's how you do it, son. Well done kill. And it's 15 all. It's the second set. We played a 25-2, and that dying serve by Max DeYoung gives him an ace. 4 aces on the night for the Panthers. Substitution. Stephen Fowl back on the Viking floor. Now can the Panthers put something together here? Second touch off Dan King's hands and out of bounds. Vikings get it back. 16-16. Over the top. Dan King drags it off the floor. He'll get it right back. And there you go. What's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. And Dan King just touching it over the front line, just like Central Catholic did with us not too long ago, a couple of points ago. And King with the serve. Checking back in is Tanner Alhausen. He checks in for Robbie Mackey, who I know will be back to play back line. Dan King serve. Now it's a free ball for the Panthers to use. Comes right back Allows but nicely covered that time by Central Catholic. And from the back row, wow, a rocket that goes about 6 feet long. And the Panthers will take that one, and finally it's a 2-point lead. Maybe the largest lead of this set so far. Keep it rolling, boys. Set to the left side. Over the top, Dan King had a stab at it, but it was a little too far to his right. Side out, point. Vikings. Stephen Prosser the serve and a short one. Panthers will take that well-needed point that leads to, again, 19-17. Jacob Basic. With the Panther serve. Just over the net, handled nicely left side. Oh my goodness, Basic getting right in the way of that one. Perfect place, perfect time. Here comes a free ball, Panthers now. At the net and on the second touch, Eric Lehman getting in the books again with his second point, and the lead is now a gigantic 3 points at 20-17. As the Panthers trying to get to 25 first here and put this second set in the win column. On the second touch, wow, Bill Baynard trying the same technique and working. Everybody expects it to go as a set to a kill, but when you can rattle everybody's timing with a successful second touch like that, it can work. Finding an open spot. Tanner Alhausen go right at the defense. Yeah, at the net, that one wasn't going over. Yeah, the set was a little too close to the net. Not high enough on the first hand and right into the net on the second. So the 3-point lead stays for the Panthers at 21-18. Eric Lehman from the left side into the St. Clair block. And White, nicely done, comes right back. Tremendous dig by Eric Lehman, but it was into the net. Central Catholic with the point. Jump serve over the top. Nice serve up in the rafters. Handled by Basic, and it is still in play. Now we can settle down for some real volleyball. Short set. Jacob Basic has it. Back to Max DeYoung. Just long. Well, Max just got under it a little bit. The point belongs to the Vikings, and they're back within one. 21-20. Panthers need to get to 25 first and be there with a 2-point cushion. Mark Koski again with a serve. Oh, Nolan Kondrich with the put away. Tremendous timely kill. 22-20, Panthers and the serve. Nice, easy serve, barely over the net. Back to the left side. Touched over, covered by, but out of bounds. Nice cover by Eric Lehman on that touch, but it sails into this Central Catholic bench. Panthers with a 1-point lead. Stephen Fowl for the Viking serve. Over the top it goes. Second touch, and it heads backwards. You like to see that. Free ball, Panthers. Can we use it? Back set, right side, into the block. Robbie Mackey there to cover that one. He pops it back over. Back set, right side, over the top, and lands in. As Central Catholic has tied this up at 22. Now what happens here is, it's still, you got to get to 25 and lead by 2. If both teams hit 24, we play bonus volleyball until somebody does win the set by 2. Quick set, Kondrich off the block and down. Nolan Kondrich. 3 kills and none better time than that. 23-22. Panthers the 1-point lead, needing another one right here. From the right side, over the top and out of bounds. Well, an untimely error from the Vikings' point of view. We will take that as 24-22. Timeout called by Coach Chris Giuliano of Central Catholic. And the Panthers now 1 point away from a second set victory here. 24-22 the score. Panthers just need one of the next 2 points to go our way, and that will be that. Even with all the action that's been happening in this set, the kills have been way spread out. 1, 2, 3, 4, still 9 players in the books with kills. Brad Colditz leading everybody with 5, and he hasn't even been on the floor in this set. Nolan Condrich just got his third. Dan King, the junior, number 7, he's got 3. 2 each for senior Billy Smith, number 9, sophomore Eric Lehman, and 1 each for junior Bryce Cook, number 12, Max DeYoung, senior, number 15, senior Garrett O'Grady, we haven't seen him this set either, 21, and 1 for Frank Grigor, the senior, number 23. Expect to see all those seniors back on the floor next set, but right now the Panthers need a point. And there it is. It's a Nolan Condrich ace that gives the Panthers the 25-22 win in set number 2. That's only 2 sets down, at least 1 more to go. Come, stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back for set 3. Thanks for hanging with us. We are still at the gym. Kevin McGahee here doing the voiceover. Pat DeMarco behind the camera, and we're set for the 3rd set tonight with the Vikings of Central Catholic opening up the serving. But it's the Panthers that open up the scoring with Garrett O'Grady with the opening kill of the set. Garrett, a senior outside hitter. Alan Stott now with the serve. Well, he might have gotten over the line there, but nobody saw it. On the serve, the touch, and over it goes Billy Smith. 3 points for Bill tonight. And it's a 2-0 Panther lead. Here in this 3rd and what could be the deciding set, and get us all home early to see what the Penguins are up to tonight. Back to the near side, over the top. Touched over. Oh, man, it's pretty good defense by Central Catholic. And again, but into the block. Not kept alive. Garrett O'Grady had a good bit of power on it, but it went right into the Viking block. And now Central Catholic with the serve. Mark Koski, the junior hitter. Jump serve over the top. Handled by Brad Colditz. He'll get it from the back row over the top, and down it goes. That's not coming back. Hey, Brad Colditz. 6 kills for Brad. And it is Garrett O'Grady for the St. Clair serve. Nothing fancy about it. Handled by Central Catholic. The set goes back over the head of the hitter. Punched over the net by Brad Colditz. Double hit is the call. Once again, we've seen a ton of those tonight, but the Panthers beneficiaries now. We get a 4-1 lead here early in the 3rd set. O'Grady again punches a serve, and it goes about 2 feet long. Garrett has been in the weight room this week. We may have to get him another hobby, but right now the side out and point sends it over to Central Catholic. They trail the Panthers. It's 2-4. Panthers lead. Alex Skiba with the jump serve, and a good one right over the top. There's the set, and bang, down it goes. Brad Colditz. Oh, man, am I glad I'm not out there trying to defend this stuff. Holy moly. Well, it's only a point, but that was a poster point right there. 5-2, the Panthers lead by 3. Should be a Sports Center top 10, but I don't think they're here tonight. Short set. Short set. Oh, well, kind of an awkward way to get a point, but it worked. It went off Billy Smith's hands and out of bounds. And it'll be Central Catholic with the side out and the point. Panthers still with a 5-3 lead here early in the 3rd set. Sean Fold in the serve and the air. My goodness, I count 12 service errors tonight for Central Catholic versus only 3 tonight for the Panthers. So we know we know what practice is going to be like tomorrow for Central Catholic if school's in session. Oh, and a Bill Smith just drops one down. And Coach Chris Giuliano calls a timeout. This is not how he expected the 3rd set to get started here. I think he's trying to get some focus back in his squad. Hey, just to finish, it is spring break here this week. Somebody scheduled the Panthers for 2 section matches during spring break. So they're not headed out to Daytona or any place. But in any case, it's great to have this one. This looks like the Panthers can chalk this one up, we think, pretty much in the win column. Brad Cole is still leading everybody with 7 kills. The next high is 3 by junior Dan King, number 7. Billy Smith just got his 30s, number 9. And Nolan Condrich, the sophomore, 22. He's got 3, but it's a 7-3 Panther lead here in the 3rd set. Panthers trying to be the first ones to 25 here, by 2 and send all the home folks home happy and early. And that's good for me. I've still got a dog to walk and still want to catch the Penguins game. There's the set back to the near side and down over the top. Frank Grigor, number 23, the senior, had with the block, but it fell on the St. Clair side. Point Vikings and Nathan Binsel, who's done us some damage tonight with a nice lofty serve from the far side, way over the top. And it is playable and backhanded back over the net by number 15, Stephen Prosser. Prosser, one of the 4 seniors on the squad tonight. Binsel again. Decent serve. Back set here to the near side. Cole is just rolling over the top. Good pancake move, and it is still alive. Oh my goodness, nice defense by Central Catholic. Alan Stott, number 2, not wearing the libero jersey, gets his first kill. So make that 10 hitters in the books with kills tonight. Cole hits with the overhand the top spin, jump serve. From the back row, Cole, but into the net, too bad. The leaping lizard almost had that one, probably almost tore the net off its hinges with it. Even so, it's a side out and point Vikings, where Alex Boone, wearing the white libero jersey, takes the serve. Bill Smith the set. Off the block and still playable. Garrett O'Grady with that one. Kolditz brings it back in. Back set, right side. Stott into the net. Not touched by a Central Catholic player. 4 hits, technically the call. You only get 3 of them. Vikings back within 1. This is going to be another close set, just like the last 2. Well, called in. I know I'm sitting 14 rows back in the bleachers here, but it sure looked just out to me. But oh well, it's an ace for Central Catholic, and we're all tied up at 8. From the near side, pooched over. It's a free ball, Panthers. Bill Smith with a set. Garrett O'Grady with the finish. 3 kills for Garrett. Panthers grab the lead back at 9-8. Oh, that dropped in. A service ace for number 3, Joey DiGiorno, with that libero jersey on. How'd Joey sneak in there? Another good serve at the net. Off the net, it's playable. DiGiorno with a great dig back to the far side. O'Grady does find pay dirt off the block. And it's Garrett O'Grady with now 4 kills. Joey DiGiorno again. Panther lead is back to 3. Short set. Out. Make it 4. Lands just outside at the feet of the linesman. DiGiorno again. Another decent serve. A knuckleball that barely clears the net and does not come back. Good serve by DiGiorno. And it's a 5-point lead now. Large of the set for the Panthers. From the back row into the net. Well, make it a 6-point lead. Wow. Joey DiGiorno hits the server spot and rattles off 6 consecutive points for a 14-8 lead. Panthers looking to go to 2-1 in matches on the season, section matches in the season anyway, because they took it on the chin to Penn Trafford early as an opener, a non-section match. You don't see that very often, but that's the way it was. Panthers trying to get to 2-1. Bethel Park looks like the cream of the crop in sections so far. Baldwin also has a strong team this year. We've yet to face Baldwin. Bethel Park sort of had their way with us last night at their place. We'll see if we can get some measure of revenge when they show up here in a bit. 14-8, the Panther lead is 6. Brad Kolditz still the kills leader with 7. Garrett O'Grady sneaking into second place, number 21, with 4. And the Panthers in needing 11 to get this home crowd home. Short set. Joey DiGiorno playing some great defense on the back row. Brad Kolditz really couldn't get any power on it. It's still in play. Here to the near side. Kolditz again way up in the rafters. Will it come down? It does. Garrett O'Grady keeping the ball in play. From the back right. Oh, nice attack. And it goes. Yeah, it was a good bump by Brad Kolditz, but there's nobody home to do anything with it. So the Vikings get the side out and the point. Bill Boehner. Hard driving serve. Handled by the Panthers. Brad Kolditz. Oh, he was going to fool him. He was not going to tattoo that one. He was going to just sneak it over the net. Snuck it into the net instead. 14-10 still the Panther lead. Well, kind of a crazy point. It works out for the Panthers. I think that's O'Grady who will get credit for that again. Lead is back to 5 at 15-10. Alan Stott, senior defensive specialist. He did step on the line that time, and nobody's watching. That should have been a foot fault. Into the net, and it is 4 hits. Again, you only get 3 of them. Safe serve that time. Back here to the near side, into the net again. Well, Central Catholic may just be getting tired. Those were working for them in the last set, but now it's the Panthers with a 17-10 lead here in the third set. Stott again with a serve. Well played by Central Catholic. Off the hands of Brad Kolditz up in the rafters, and that was a pretty decent looking kill. Side out, point Central Catholic. Substitutions coming in. Eric Lehman, number 11, checks in. Number 15, Max DeYoung checks in. And number 12, Bryce Cook. All will check in simultaneously. Tanner Alazen also checks in, number 4. Brad Kolditz heads to the bench. 1, 2, yeah, there's still 6 on the floor. Kind of hard to tell. But it'll be Mark Koski with a jump serve for Central Catholic. Eric Lehman the set. And he just pooches it over. It's still in play. A free ball. Vikings, and popped up by Dan King, but nobody home to retrieve it. Panthers still with a 5-point lead, 17-12. Koski again, little jump serve. DiGiorno overpassed it, but didn't do us any damage. And out it goes. Nobody touched it. That'll be St. Clair ball. 6-point lead at 18-12. Dan King, the junior, with the serve. And a good one. The block, it's up in the air. Joust at the net, won by Ian McDonough of Central Catholic. 18-13 to score. Now Panthers can be content to trade points from here on out if they want to. 5 points is a nice lead to have at this stage of the match. Alex Skiba of the jump serve. And it works. Good one. Eric Lehman the set. And the set was, somebody got messed up on the play there. Max DeYoung overran it. It was a back set. And there was nobody there to receive it. Vikings back within 4. Skiba again with the serve. That one goes about 15 feet long. Maybe not that long. 9 feet long. Service error. 13 on the night for Central Catholic. Again, Panthers are happy to trade points. Robbie Mackey checks in, number 8. Frank Gregor, the senior 23, checks out. Good serve, tips the net. It is in play. Free ball, Panthers. Lehman with the set. Robbie Dan King, rather, with a slicing attack, did not find pay dirt. Tanner Alazan with the poach, and just over it goes. Robbie Mackey in the books with his first point. (2014) Panthers lead. The overpass handled by, let's see. Yeah, handled by Eric Lehman. Well, I had to check and see whether he was a victim of a foot fault or not. You're allowed to put your foot on the black center line in the floor, but not completely over it. And the officials were checking with one another to see whether that was the case. It was not. It's Panther point. 4 to go now. 21-14 Panthers. To the far side. Tanner Alazan. Oh, my goodness. Binsel. Eric Lehman just touches it over. Robbie Mackey oozing the ball over the net. Robbie Mackey with his second point of the set. Everybody pretty happy about that. 22-14, the Panther lead, needing 3. From the near side, Binsel, off the block and zips over into the St. Clair bench. Point and side out. Vikings. Sean Fullen to serve. Eric Lehman and Robbie Mackey, but right into the block. Panthers lead is down to 6, 22-16. From the back row, over the top, but not with enough power. On the second touch, nicely covered by Bryce Cook. Joey DiGiorno grabbing one off the floor, but not enough to keep it in bounds. Central Catholic back within 5, 22-17. Panthers holding, still needing 3. Eric Lehman at the net. Oh, Robbie Mackey had a chance for the joust, did not win it. At the net, Lehman with the set. Over the top, the Panthers cannot seem to find an open spot. They're hitting it right at the defense. Bryce Cook trying to get that one over the net, not with success. Timeout called, Panthers. Well, that 7-point lead the Panthers had just a minute and a half ago has gone down to 3 at 22-19. It is the third set. The Panthers, if they win this set, the match is over and in the books. But right now, the Panthers stuck on 22 and have been for a little while here, as Coach Ficcarelli is giving everybody some playing time. Put in sort of the second 6, and they have been dealing with this very nicely, trading points for quite a while until the Central Catholic Vikings put together this quick little run here. Now, let's see if they can stop the bleeding and get a well-needed point or two to carry this match to its completion. Lehman with the set. There's one. Alhausen gets that. Tanner Alhausen, the sophomore, number 4, gets his first kill tonight. Panthers now needing only 2, 23-19. And coming in for the serve is Jacob Basic, defensive specialist. He was wearing the libero jersey last set. He gets the serve. It's a good one at the net. Double hit is called. Yeah, I thought maybe one of the Central Catholic players might have touched it. Apparently not. Basic hit it twice in a row. You're not allowed to do that. And now Panthers still lead, but it's 23-20, needing 2. And that is a service ace dumped right in front of the St. Clair front line by Nathan Binsel. Same again, and it's back-to-back aces for Binsel. And the Panthers will have only a 1-point lead. Stuck on 22 for the longest time, now stuck on 23. Robbie Mackey, but right into the block. And now we're all tied up at 23. Oh my goodness, I thought that serve was going to go over the net. Oh, it's one of those balloon balls that came out just under. Now, we're at 24-23 Panthers. Panthers get this point, the match is over. It is match point. Central Catholic gets it. We play bonus volleyball, short set, and we will go into overtime. It is 24-all. Now we just keep playing this set until somebody wins it by 2. We'll start this off with Alex Boone now. It's just like 0-0. Alex Boone with a Central Catholic serve. DiGiorno. Basic with a back set. Well, the Vikes might should have let that one go out. A gift. The Panthers get that one. Walloped into the net by Sean Folan. Panthers lead by 1, but if you've seen these telecasts, you know that the receiving team really has the advantage here. They get the first attempt at a bump set attack. Robbie Mackey, and the serve goes long. And we're all tied up at 25. Somebody's got to win this by 2. Basic, it's to the far side, just touched over and down. Dan King. Fooling everybody with a little timing play. Panthers again with a 1-point lead, 26-25. It's still match point. Another match point, rather. Oh, and that'll do it. Well, everybody just sat there and stared at it. It was Alex Boone who put it into the net. And the error gives the Panthers the 27-25 victory and the 3-0 match victory by scores of 25-17, 25-22, and 27-25. The Panthers now with a 2-1 section record, squarely in the middle of the pack, looking for a playoff spot as the season progresses. Meanwhile, we're glad you're with us, everybody, to see this Panther victory on April 1st, 2015. Come back again for future volleyball telecasts. My name's Kevin McGahey. He was Pat DeMarco behind the camera. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night.